Um, this video is going to be on trust, and it pertains to putting for me. Um, my nemesis to the game is the full shots. Short game, I'm fairly proficient. Um, but when it comes to putting, I do things a lot different than probably 99% of you. And it's not amazing. It's not anything that anybody else can't do, and it's not something that wouldn't probably help you in your putting game. The thing I do different, I do not read greens in the conventional sense. I don't walk around the hole 360 degrees. I don't try to find a fall line. I don't look at um, contours outside the green to see where the flow goes. I don't look at any of that stuff. I do, but I don't consciously look at any of that stuff. When I'm 50 yards away from the green, I read the green. Basically, I just look at it for 4 or 5 seconds and then continue my path up on the green. And then when I'm on the green, I'll take a look at it for 4 or 5 seconds and then go up and mark my ball and let everybody putt. Or if it's my turn, I'll sit there and I don't look at the green. I'm chatting with everybody else and stuff. And then when it's my time, I get about a 4 or 5 second quiet time where I'm just letting my brain process what it's seen. And then I squat down. In the one video, you've seen how I did it. I just get behind the ball, squat down, and I pick the ball up, and I take a 1 second look at the flag just to get my bearing on where it is. I kind of really already know where it is, but just to get one more bearing. And then I just look down, and the line on my ball, I concentrate on it, and my brain tells me where to turn the ball. It really does. I set the ball down, and then I get set up for my putt. And before I strike the putt, I'll take one more look, just about a half second, just a glance, basically a glance. And then I have no thinking, no thought process. I don't think about how far to bring back the club back. I don't know the angles, none of that stuff. I just swing. I have hit so many putts in my lifetime, the same as you guys have, that my brain's logged every single one of them. And it knows the speed of the green. It knows whether the grain's towards me or away from me, the shiny or the not so shiny greens. It knows all that. It knows if there's moisture on the ground. It knows I got to hit it just a little bit harder. All that's already computed. What I do is I trust my brain, and I let it take control, basically. I let it line my ball up because I've tried it the other way. I've tried to read greens and just little nuances that you don't pick up when you really try to concentrate and force your brain to do something that it's already done, because now your brain is bored because it's already figured all that stuff out. And if you ever had a child, when you try to make it do something it's already done, it's get bored, it gets aggravated, it doesn't want to do it, it wants to sit in the corner and pout. And that's what I feel I do to my brain when I force it to try to figure out how far the putt is, and what speed and what break and what apex and what fall line, how far to take the club back, and how hard to take, how hard of a stroke to make. Your brain already knows all that stuff. What I've done is I've put my total faith in my putting into my brain. I just let it happen. I let it do it. It's the Chevy Chase method on Caddyshack, I guess. I don't know. I just don't do the stuff along with it. I do sometimes just to mess with people. But anyway, try that with start out with your 3-footers. Just do that. Then move it back to 6 feet, see what happens. 10 feet, see what happens. I think you're going to find, at the worst, you're not going to miss any more than you already do. and most likely you're going to make a lot more than you do. Because most of you can knock, walk up and, with one hand, you're not thinking about it. You just knock those 3, 4, 5 footers right in the hole, even if there's a little break in it, right in the back of the cup. Beautiful sound. So give it a try. If I can think of any other way to explain it, I'll be happy to try. I've already demonstrated a 100-footer. 3.5 feet. I was scared to death I was going to make it, because they're going to be like, oh, shoot, they're not going to believe, you guys aren't going to believe this. But actually, I missed that putt behind the cup, probably about that, and then I just continued rolling out just a little bit. But when I really tried to concentrate, I missed that one. I left it 15 foot short, and so just, I don't know what the moral of the story is. I guess trust. You trust other things in your life. This putting is probably, if I had a brand new putter that guaranteed to make 10% more putts, you guys would pay $1,000 for it. I know you would. This is no friggin' charge. Just give it a try. I try stuff all the time. Doesn't mean I'm going to use it. But you might find that this will help you in this part of your game, and maybe a little bit in the rest of your game too. Because until you trust what you do out there on the golf course, you're fighting. You're fighting the game, and you're fighting yourself, and that's the hardest part, is you're fighting yourself. And you don't need to. Trust yourself. Trust what the good Lord gave you up here between your ears. That's the best 5.5 inches that you'll ever see in your life, is what's right between your ears, guys. Learn to trust it. And if you got any ideas, just let me know. I'll try to do some vids for you on your ideas. If you got any questions concerning any part of your game, I'll be glad to help. If I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know, or if I know somebody that can explain it really, really well, I'm the last guy that won't send you to somebody else's site. I'll be happy to send you somebody else's site. I've sent people to Bill's site, Michael Broderick's site, G. Scriblin's site, Kevin Edwards' site. There's videos out here that really explain stuff really good, so there's no need for me to rehash. But there's some ideas and little tricks and things that I've come across or developed through my experience that I'd like to share with you guys, just to make your game easier. So once again, little red button down there, subscribe, tell your friends, your neighbors, your dogs, your cats. No charge, just a lot of fun, guys. So have a wonderful day, and hope you all shoot 59 this weekend.